philsgang.com. Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, 60%? Gasoline, 55%? I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang. But we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market.
Listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for,
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out, philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect
consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Good afternoon and welcome to Phil's Gang. Well, the market is nearly flat today. All of that rumbling around yesterday, remember, a lot has to do with at the end of the quarter, all the 401ks, pension funds, all the managers, they start repositioning their stocks. So when we were down 500, then they clawed it back, rolling down 300. That all has to do with the quarter end, okay, all that volatility, but things seem to be settling down. But here's what's interesting. When I heard this again today, I mean, I just said, how many times are they going to keep on lying? And here, this was again today. This was on Fox.
Savings continue to be significantly elevated relative to where they were before the pandemic. So across all income cohorts.
And none of that is true. So let's set the record straight. Where did they get their savings from? Not from working. Understand how this worked and why this is a big lie. The consumers, all this excess savings, they came from the pandemic stimulus checks. And they're making us believe, they're taking parking space in our heads, that, oh, they have all this savings. They still have all this savings. And it's going to save us from a recession. This is the crap that the fake business network is taking in our head. It's all a bunch of crap. It's not true. Here's the truth. Here's what they won't tell you. Those savings are gone. How long are they going to keep that savings that went back to stimulus checks going? But forever? Now, here's what happened. All that spending from those stimulus checks, okay, remember, it did spur, okay, some of this inflation, the 40-year high inflation, but you got to go back and say, okay, when did they start spending this money? Remember, they had very little savings before they got all these checks. And so they didn't start spending until 2021 because we were in a lockdown. So we had all these checks coming in, all these stimulus checks, and the money kept on piling up. They couldn't spend it because we were in a lockdown. So remember, they accumulated, on average, our savings is about 8%. It's been that way since 1959, 8%. As we had the lockdown, savings went up to 31% because they couldn't go out and spend. And then as soon as they started to spend, it was crazy. It was nuts. They went crazy spending. So it's all this money from these stimulus checks, that 32%. And then don't forget, on top of that, and by the way, all that was depleted, gone. Okay? And by the first quarter of this year, there was none left. By the first quarter of this year, there was little left. So they don't have that money. So when you hear her say that on Fox today, that's a bold-faced lie. They don't have that money. Whatever little bit they had left was depleted at the first quarter of this year. Yet they keep telling us also how strong the tech stocks are. They're just going to keep going up. Another lie. These big tech stocks rallied 540% from 2011 to 2023. They rallied 40% from January, this year to now. From January to now, 40%. Yet what they don't tell you, just like the savings, it's all gone, it's depleted. What they don't tell you about the tech stocks, when you look at them on a chart, they look strong, right? Keep going up. 540%, just again, from January to now, up 40%. Yet they're not going to tell you the truth. The 60% of the big tech stocks, of the NASDAQ stocks, have negative earnings. Negative. They're not making money. So how do they keep them rallying without earnings? It's simple. It's called financial engineering. As long as they can keep an inversion going between the 10-year Treasury and the 2-year. And I'm going to put up a chart later, and I'll show it to you what it looks like if you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, or YouTube. I mean, this is amazing. So everybody's jumping in these tech stocks. Instead of getting these tech stocks like my members did in January, February, March, people are still jumping in these tech stocks now, not knowing the truth. It's a hell of a bubble. It's going to pop because 60% of these stocks have negative earnings. And the only way they can keep this going is they keep on, again, engineering that inversion between the 10-year Treasury and 2 years. As long as that inversion keeps going down, it's going to push the whole market up until it can't do it anymore. This is what's going on. So going back to the stimulus money, they keep saying all this savings, there isn't any. Remember, the federal stimulus money, that did spark a big rise in consumer spending once in 2021. Remember, it started they opened up the gate and all the horses ran out, started to buy in 2021. And don't forget, in addition to that, those checks that at the end of the day accumulated to their savings went up to 32%. Today it's at 2.3%, 32%. On top of that, remember, they put a freeze on student loan repayments, rent, mortgage payments, auto payments. So, of course, cash was building and building, but they couldn't spend it unless, of course, they went online. But most of this, as I said, started in 2021. That's when they started to spend. And it's gone. They're lying to you. So all this cash was piling up during this lockdown. And as I said, after that bell rang in 2021, they went nuts. But this is what the morons at the fake business network are calling resilient. How the consumer, they're classifying the consumer as resilient. Where's the resilient? They're broke again. Yes, they accumulated their savings, went from an average 8% to 32%. And then when they stopped the shutdown, they spent it all. And there's nothing left. So don't keep telling us like today the same thing. When I heard this again today.
Savings continue to be significantly elevated.
It's not elevated. I tell you, you just listening to these people is just unbelievable. So instead of calling this resilient, what they should call it is someone took the damn party punch bowl away. It's gone. So you've got the savings gone. All you have left is debt. All you got left is monster debt. That's all that's left. You got monster. That's why we got, as of June, or July rather, we have 7 million behind on auto payments. 8 million people behind on their rent. This is of June, as of June. 8 million people are behind on their rent as of June. 14 million people behind on their mortgage payments. Bankruptcies are accelerating. And you got 79 million people are behind on their health care payments. But they call this resilient? Boy, somebody better get their act together, because they're going to be a big surprise when this market crashes. They're going to say, what happened? I thought everything was fine. They got a lot of cash, savings.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard. Things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of the people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Okay, welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, again, especially during election time, all the jibber-jabber that you hear, it's all mostly garbage, especially during election time. I'm not going to tell you the truth. But I got something here for you. Now, obviously, if you're not following me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, YouTube, you can go to YouTube or Instagram. They have what they call shorts. There's little short segments. They're about a minute long, and we get a tremendous amount of people looking at it. So I posted this there for you, so it's free. And if you're not following me here, you can see it there. It's very important because this shows you exactly how they're rigging the market, so you're prepared for that bubble. Now, it doesn't mean you don't make money during the bubble. Of course you do. Of course you make money during the bubbles is when you make a lot of money. But the thing is, you got to know when to get out of the bubble. When is the sell signal? When do you turn around and start shorting it? That's what we do here. We teach that here at Phil's Gang. But take a look at this. Now, this is called our Paul chart. The one on top, right here. Now, if you notice where the arrow is, QE, see that's where it says QE 2011? Okay. Now, understand, we had the stocks, the tech stocks, from 2011 to 2023 go up 560%. Now, you would think they're making money, right? And then starting January of this year, the first quarter, the tech stocks went up another 40%. But they got to be making money, right? They got wonderful earnings. No, it's a bubble. And that's what this beige line represents. It's the percent of the NASDAQ, okay, stocks that have negative earnings. So here it is. Look up here. 60% of the negative stocks. They're giving you a gain of 560% since 2011, 2023. And a gain of 40% from January 1, 2023 to today, 2023. 60% of them have negative earnings. Now, how do they do that? How do they financially engineer this to keep going up? Looked at the chart below. The blue line here is the Wilshire 5000. That's your whole stock market as an aggregate. Now, the brown line right here, that's when you take the 10, that's when the 10-year and 2-year treasuries are inverted. In other words, when you get more money on a 2-year treasury than you can on a 10-year treasury. All right, the government, you can loan to them on a 2-year treasury, get more money over 2 years than you get on 10. That's called an inversion. So they financially keep engineering this inversion. They want to keep this inversion. See the beige line going down? As long as that beige line goes down, which is the inversion, it keeps the stock market going up. These are all the stocks in the market right here. Now, if you can't see this, please, tonight, go to my site, philsgang.com, or go to YouTube channel. or go to Instagram, and it's on it has what they call shorts. Click onto the shorts, and you'll see this. This is how they've been rigging this market. But it's coming to an end. And isn't it sad the amount of people in 401ks, you're going to lose everything you have in your 401k because you have no idea what's going on. You don't even know what I'm talking about. But you know this, don't you? My listeners are smart enough to know this, that if stocks are going up, if your big favorite tech stocks are going up 560% and then 40% for the first of the year, and they have no earnings, 60% have negative earnings. Just think of this way here. 60% of the stocks have no profits. They have no profits. Think of it that way. So how can these stocks go up without profits? I just showed you. They rigged it, financially engineered it by making sure they keep the yield curves inverted, make sure they keep giving you more money in a 2-year treasury, so everybody runs by a 2-year treasury instead of 10-year treasury. That's inverted. And that, by pushing that inversion, that keeps the stock market going up. And there's your whole picture snapshot of the financial engineering right there. So, and you want to know when the market's going to crash? Keep following my chart right here. When that brown line on the bottom here starts turning back up, then the market's going to crash. Go check it out, okay? Go check it out. All right. So, everything we hear, okay, is just a lie. Everything they're telling is just a total lie. We're going to have another dot-com bubble, another housing financial bubble. This is just going to be the third bubble. That's how you make money. That's how our owners, the 1/100th of 1%, make money by creating bubbles. They make money by creating inflation, but they don't let you in on that secret, do they? And if you know what you're doing in the market, especially don't do this buy and hold, and never be in a product that you can't get out and turn around and sell short. You should never be in a 401k. Who would be in a 401k when all of a sudden the market starts crashing and you got to sit there and you're not allowed to do anything? Matter of fact, if the market started to crash at 9:30 in the morning, let's say you open up the market. This is how it's going to work. One morning you're going to wake up. Pre-market's going to show the market's down 800 points. Market opens up at 9:30, immediately goes down to 1,500 points. You can't get your money out. You're stuck with your 401k losing money. And then all day long, you can't get your money out. By the end of the day, the market's down 30%, 40%. You're losing all your money. When all you had to do is be in a product that you can turn around and sell short. And why anybody stays in a 401k drives me insane, because you stay all year in a 401k, even the best of years, to hope you're going to get a 5% return. 12 months you're in the market trying to get 5%, when all you have to do with either buying the spiders or the Qs, one or the other, using my chart, you just need one move. You can make that one move in a week, one move in a month, 2 months. That makes double, triple what you'd ever make in a 401k. You mean you're waiting 12 months to get a return of even 5%? But you're not getting 5% because they're stealing from you with the 32 different hidden fees. But when they're telling you how we're going to have a soft landing, they can't even find the airplane. Biden can't find the airplane. He doesn't even know where the plane is. Everybody landed.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
This market is not crazy. It's been quite rational. We're here for good reasons. Some of those reasons are still intact.
Some of those reasons are still intact. We're here for a good reason. Here's what we're here for. The very wealthy the 1/100th of 1 percentile. Those are the very, very top, the asset class. Not talking about the 1%. We're here because they create bubbles. That's Wall Street. We're talking about the Wall Street people. They create bubbles on purpose because that's how they make their money, creating bubbles. They created the dot-com bubble. But the difference between them and you is they make money on the way up, and then they make money on the way down because they short. The difference is you make money on the way up and you give it all back on the way down. You give it all back and then some on the way down because you don't short. This is going to be our third bubble, and then we're going to have a fourth bubble, and a fifth, and a sixth, and a seventh. That's the way the stock market works. But they only let you in on half the market, on half the bubble. They only let you play on the upside of the bubble. Oh, no, you can't come over this side of the bubble. That's ours. That's where we really screw you, on this side. That's us. This is what we do. Oh, no, don't you come over on this side of the bubble. Bad. No. Stay on the front side of the bubble. That's where you play. And again, I'm leaving this up here. If you're watching Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, YouTube, which is all my podcasts, you can see it right now because it shows you exactly what is a bubble and how do they create the dot-com bubble, how they create the housing bubble, how they creating this, what we call now the QE bubble, by creating an inversion between a 10-year treasury and a 2-year treasury. Just simply offer people more interest. The government's going to offer you more interest on a 2-year than a 10-year. So if they're going to offer you, I don't know, let's say 5% on 2 years and 2% on 10-year, you're all going to go buy the 2-year, right? Sure. That's done on purpose. So now it's inverting. The curve's inverting. That pushes the stocks up automatically, and they don't need profits. And your leadership group, which is your big tech stock group, which has gone up 560% since 2011 to today, which 60% of the tech stocks have negative earnings. If that doesn't prove to you this is a bubble, I don't know what else I can show you. So if you can't see that now, if you're not following me online, you can't see it. Then you can see it tonight. Just go to Instagram or go to YouTube, and where it says short, these little short segments. All right, let me move on. So here's the bottom line. So everything they're calling this, resilient. Everything is really resilient. No, this is not resilient. This has nothing to do with resilience. It's a big lie. So I told my members on June 16th, I said, we got to start take money from our tech stocks, Meta, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and let's take some of that money and let's go start buying that nobody wanted them. Let's buy the airlines and buy the travel stocks. And then I said, let's start putting money into oil. Because the one thing I know about being in this business for over 50 years, when oil drops by 35%, to 40%, you always have big rallies, short covering rallies. So you ask any of my students what I've been doing since the first 2 stocks that we bought was back on, what date was it? The 2 stocks we bought was on June 26th. Baker and MRO. And they're both up pretty big right now. And today they moved big time. And then I had my members buy Schlumberger. And look at Schlumberger today. Took off wildly. Why? Because it's short covering, just like I told my members would happen. Look at it. Just today it went up. Here, Willie, give me the numbers. Today alone it went up from $48.94 to $53.40. That's almost a 10% return in one day on Schlumberger. And we had our gang in it. Schlumberger. So I had him in that. I had him also in COP. So I kept saying, just like yesterday, what happened? COP went down, Conoco, right? Because remember what they're doing, they're repositioning their portfolios yesterday. Remember what they do at the end of the quarter. They know their clients, want to see when they get their report that they're in NVIDIA, they're in Microsoft, they're in Apple, but most of them aren't. most of the fund managers, 401k fund managers, pension fund managers, insurance fund managers, they don't put them in those. They put them in oil. They put them in all the old stodgy stocks, right? And so what they got to do is before they cut that quarter off, they go in and rotate, take money out. Let's say I've got you into Conoco. I take money out of Conoco, I sell those, take that money, and I buy you NVIDIA, or I buy you Apple. So it shows up, okay, when you get your report that you're in Apple or NVIDIA, so you're happy, but you're not actually in Apple and NVIDIA, because once they move it over and they buy it, once they take the money from Conoco, you can see how Conoco dropped yesterday, and then it went back up today, because what they do is once they make that purchase, okay, then they unwind it again and put you right back to where you were. So when you open up your statement and you see you're in NVIDIA and Apple, and you're so happy, you're not in it. Appears you are. So this is what they do at the end of the quarter. It's called window dressing. It should be illegal, but it's not. So that's what all the noise was yesterday. Down 500, then we were down 300. Now today we're up again, and that's what's going on, okay? But oil, we started in June 26th purchasing oil stocks, and we did some more yesterday, and today they started to take off. You ask any gang member. Schlumberger was our huge winner, up almost 9-10% today alone, okay? All the oil stocks. So what they're going to do is they're going to rotate the oil, and then what's going to happen is they're going to start rotating back to the banks. They're going to start rotating back to the banks. So you always got to see the problem. Reason why you all lose so much money, 80% of you, is because you react to what you hear on TV or what you read in the Wall Street Journal or Barron's. This stock is the hot stock. Well, by the time it hits Barron's or it's on CNBC or it's on Fox Business, the big boys already figured it out, just like we did. We already figured out. We started to buy. Look, when we started to short gold, nobody was shorting gold. We shorted gold and then went straight down before anybody else did. We bought oil. We started in June 26, and we got into these stocks before they went up. But generally, the people don't do that. Generally, the people get into the stocks after they've gone up 40%, they start buying them. After they go up 22%, people start buying them. And that's why the whole market is upside down for the novice. We call them tourists. They're like tourists. The tourists that come here to Florida, in the winter, that's what happens in the stock market. We have a lot of tourists that, come to visit them. Instead of the sun, they come visit the tech market. They all think they're going to get rich buying NVIDIA because it goes up every day. And here's the one thing. They have no clue that all these stocks, all these tech stocks, their earnings are negative. They have no idea. They didn't want to hear about it. They think these stocks would just go up forever. But what you got to figure out, what we do for our members, figure out when are they going to come back down. So now we can switch our position. So you always got to be in stocks way before the move happens. But see, you don't do that. You get in after the move. Let's change that for you. Get in before the move happens. And same thing. Let's make sure we got you out of the stock before they give it all back again. But not just get you out, switch the position so you're making money as Apple goes back down, as NVIDIA goes back down. I'll guarantee you, anyone listen to me today, except for my members, they never thought of going into oil. We did. Join our gang. Free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, You get the truth. You get clarity. And you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. It's Steve Celeste here with philsgang.com. Just wanted to tell you how to get engaged with Phil's Gang and how to become part of the Phil's Gang membership or how to try us for 10 days free. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's www.philsgang.com and click on Get Started at the top of the website. Click on the big red banner that says Working Investor 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. And hey, while you're at the website, why not stop by our gift shop, see if there's something in there for you or for somebody you know. All right, thanks, and back to you, Phil.
All right, Steve. Look, when you join the gang for 10 days, you're going to be introduced, to 3 charts. And these are charts that we designed. And these charts cut the workload by 3/4. You don't have to know anything. You don't have to know any of the fundamentals of a stock. You don't have to know the free cash flow. You don't have to know the margins. You don't have to know anything about the stock. You don't. All you need to know is the institutions that buy those stocks, are they buying or are they selling? Is money going in, money going out. That's all you need. And there was no charts. When I started in this business 50 some odd years ago, there's no charts like that. Matter of fact, there was no charts. We had to draw charts by hand. But the technology allowed me to design a chart, not me, but my engineers, the programmers, to design a chart. I always said, why are the candlesticks, like I'm looking right now at NCLH, and why are the candlesticks red, then green, then red, green, red, red, green? And they say, well, because, red selling's coming in, green buying's coming in. I said, boy, that's confusing. So why can't you just make it all one color? And well, you can't. Well, that's all they had to tell me. I can't. Well, we did. Okay, we fixed the algorithms where it averaged out the money going in, money coming out. So that helps big time. So when it is green and it turns to red, you got a choice. I can either take my money out and go home, or better yet, reverse my position so it's telling me when it turns red it's going down, you sell it short. But these charts are so helpful, it's unbelievable. It takes all the work out of it. So join the gang for 10 days. There's no obligation. If you decide not to stay with us after 10 days, you've got the knowledge, and all we ask, if you make money from that knowledge, just do us a favor and send a little money to St. Jude once in a while. That's all. But the market, they make it harder than it is. I mean, see, the one thing that's so bad about the market is the fake business news network. They're just like the swamp in Washington. Wall Street's another swamp. They don't tell you the truth. I mean, think, for example, no one's talking about China. Not one person's talking about China. They don't want you to know what's going on. Think about this. Our manufacturing has dropped to a 14-year low. Never before have we ever had new orders so bad. The last time we saw new orders this bad was in October 2020. People have no idea. The way China goes, we go. And the reason our manufacturing is at a 14-year low, and it's going to get worse and worse, and wait till you see all the layoffs coming from there, it's because of China. But see, they don't want you to know that. China, remember, is the leader. China, everybody sells materials to China, everything. If China's economy is bad, your economy is going to be bad. Well, guess what? Everyone said when COVID was over and they reopened, China's going to be a robust country again. And what was most of their money? Where's most of their money go to? Where do they get their growth from? Building ghost cities. Ghost cities. They build cities the size of New York, but no person's in that city. Condos, all empty. Stores, all empty. And that's how they kept the population going for 20 years. Meaning, pay. People would come in from the country who had a little farm, right? They'd bring the peasants in, and they'd take a construction job on a ghost city, and they'd make money. And all of a sudden, they became in China middle class. Well, that's all blown up. And after COVID was over, we had a little pop, and that was the end of it. And then it went right back down. So, with no more ghost city construction, they are in deep trouble. So what they did is took a page from our playbook and said, well, let's give people easy credit like they did in the United States. And we'll give them easy loans, easy credit. Well, guess what? Didn't work. All that happened just like with us. They're loaded up with debt. They're just loaded up with debt with no growth, just like us. I don't know what they were thinking when they took a page from our book. Don't they can't see how we're doing? We're doing terrible. Terrible. But these ghost cities are done. These ghost cities are done. But the one thing about China, though, their consumers have money. Okay, because they're savers. They're not spenders like we are. They're savers. They're savers. But right now, China, as I say, for 2 decades, has been relying on ghost city construction. kept their middle class going, kept wages going, kept the economy going, the growth going, but it's all done now. It's stopped. It's stopped. So the bottom line right now, China slowed down, okay, is our slowdown. So when they tell you how we're going to have a soft landing, things going good, no. Look what happened to Germany. Why is Germany in such trouble? Why are they in a recession? Let's think about that. Germany is in a recession. The head of Germany came out and said, we've had 2 quarters back-to-back negative. Now, guess who wouldn't accept that metric? For 64 years, every president accepted that metric. 2 quarters back-to-back negative, that's a recession. He said, no, Biden, no, it's not a recession. You know, the same thing. No, I always go on the airplane for 24-hour trips with my son, but I never ask him about his business. By the way, people keep emailing me, asking me what I think about the cocaine in the White House. I don't want to talk about that. Everybody else can talk about that. I'm just so disgusted. That's not their house. That's our house, and they forgot that. To bring that kid in that house and to do that and have cocaine lying around, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. How disgusting. Can you imagine? Just think of the presidents that were in that house. Just think of it, the history. And you got a kid doing lines on the presidential desk. But they can get away with it. I'm getting too far into it. No, I'm done with that. Let's go back to trading. Look, as I told you, every stock market rally we have, ever since, and guess who started this? It was Saint Obama. Saint Obama started this in 2008. He's the one that turned the quarter. No more do we try to grow economies. We try to grow, instead, our social community, our socialist community. They try to expand their socialist community. That's what he started with. And it's been with us ever since. Because then he figured out, well, why can't we just ramp up stock prices, and at the same time we don't put money back into corporations. We just put money back into welfare programs. How can we get corporations, their stocks to go up without having to have earnings? That's when they came up with stock buybacks. Stock buybacks. So they could take all their cash, instead of companies putting their cash back into their business, okay, in the way of new machinery and new equipment, so that the person working at that manufacturing plant, he can produce more, which means he gets more wages, which means the standard of living goes up, which means he goes out and consumes without having to have a credit card. He can do it with cash, keeping the economy healthy. He blew all that up. Obama blew that up with QE. And here we are, since 2011, now to 2023. The market went up 550%, these tech stocks. And just since January 2023 to now July 2023, went up 40%. But when you look at, well, do they have any earnings? No, 60% of these stocks that went up have no earnings. What more do you need to know to join my gang, Phil's gang, and learn how to sell short? 10 days. It's free. Check it out. Have a great weekend. philsgang.com. See you on the show.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.